Hey everybody, Shane Adams here. It's so nice to meet y'all. I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I thought I would post my day 20 idea. This is my very first post, even though I've kind of been skulking around in the background doing, I haven't been consistent with all the days, but who cares? It's not a confessional. Anyway, I'm using an idea that we talked about in today's chat, and by the way, thank you for Rigel for doing that chat today. It was super amazing meeting everybody. In the chat, Rigel asked me to share some ideas that I use when I get stuck in my songwriting. So I thought I'd put my money where my mouth is and actually, for today's thing, use the suggestion that I talked about, use the technique that I talked about in the chat today. Namely, taking a chord progression from a favorite song of mine, noodling around, flipping the chords around, and kind of rearranging the chords to try and come up with something new. In the chat, I specifically mentioned Don't Stop Believing by Journey, so I thought I would use those chords as the starting point. And again, I'll show you what I did. All right, so looking at my pattern here in the pink, these chords right here, the D, A, B minor, G, D, A, F sharp, G. So that's the progression for the Don't Stop Believing. Here, no, I'll play it. Yeah. Girl, living in a lonely world, right? You took a midnight train going anywhere. All right, so that's the chord progression. So what I decided to do, I mean, it's basically two 4-bar chord progressions. This D, A, B minor, G, and then the D, A, F sharp minor to G. So what I did is I just took this first progression and what I mentioned is what I love to do is I love to flip chords. So in the progression I did, a lot of times I'll flip the middle two chords, or I'll flip the last two chords. Oops. And so I was going to do this progression: D, A, B minor, G. But I thought the other thing I mentioned is sometimes it's fun to put the starting chord at the end. So what I did is I created this progression. So notice it's D with that G and B minor flipped, and then the D on the end, and then it's just repeated again. So and this one sounds like. Right, like it's, it's not bad. Like I said, it's a starting point of ideas. So I changed it a little further, which brought me to kind of the next thing. So here's the same pattern: D, G, B minor, D, then just repeated. But what I did is I extended the chord progression. Notice that there's one chord every 2 beats, and in this playing around version, I have one chord every measure, every 4 beats. And so I'll play part of this just kind of as an example of what this new thing sounds like. And I added some lame-o arpeggiated bass and kind of a little electric guitar sound and some drum sounds. I mean, it's not perfect, but it gives you an example of what it sounds like. So I'll play part of this. So it has a little closure there, and then created a little song version. All right, so let me try what I'm calling bleed. All right, here we go. I'm going to try this. All right, this may or may not work. All right, here we go. Nope. Sorry, one more time. Start this. You walk away, you break a piece of me. I'm left like shards of broken constellations at your feet. Glass that lacerates and stabs, laughs at my wounds and grief. Every time you walk away, you break a piece of me, and I bleed, I bleed, and I bleed, and I bleed, I bleed, I bleed. Yeah, something like that. You know, in fact, now singing it, I'll probably just, I might even just repeat that last line every time you walk away. I bleed, something like that. Anyway, so that's my submission. Thanks for listening to me, and good luck with your writing. And you guys rock, and it's so much fun to be a part of this. So we'll see you later. Thanks, Rigel. Bye. Cheers.